Yo entrepreneurs, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about why your businesses keep failing. And it's not to do with the market, you're not getting unlucky. I had the same position as you were right now, and it's all because of you, I'm sorry to say. And here's 5 reasons how you can change that, and I promise you, if you do these 5, you will see an improvement. Because I literally asked ChatGPT for 5 things to change, I changed them, and I'm going up. Number one is so generic. I actually hate it, because I think it's a lie, but it's also not. So number one is no consistency, and it is the main reason why people fail in business is because they give up too easily. Now, I kind of disagree with this, and all the big successful entrepreneurs say consistency is key, and I completely agree. This is where I don't. This is where I disagree with them. If you're consistent with the wrong model, you're never ever going to get anywhere. So what I think is best is what I do at the moment, which is you run a business for 2 weeks and you try and outreach 15 messages per day to people you think might want what you're selling. Now, after those 2 weeks, if not one single person has showed any interest and you've changed the messaging up in like, you know, 30% of the messages are different, let's say, if no one shows interest and it's not your messaging and you've sent out a lot of requests by this point and no one shows any interest, I think that's where you go, you know what, I tried this one, move on to the next one. I think consistency is good for business, but I think chasing the wrong business model is such a bad idea, and a lot of entrepreneurs kind of go along those lines, and it's such a bad idea in my opinion. Number two is no sales. People avoid outreach because it's quite an uncomfortable thing, and it's also really hurtful when you send out, you find a perfect person, oh my gosh, they're going to want my product. You write a crafted personalized message to them and nothing. And like, real life is hard. Like, the amount of people who ignore you is crazy. Even when you're like, this product, you need this product. Like, I'm giving it you for free because I want you to see how much you need it and how much you'll benefit from it. And they're like, no. I'm like, it's free. Take it. And they don't. So this is an interesting one because this is definitely something I struggled with, is you do everything but the outreach, and the outreach is the most important thing in business, which is why when I start businesses now, it's the first thing I do is send off 15 messages a day for 2 weeks, like I mentioned before, because I'm like, I've got to get this outreach out here first and try and get some sales before I do any back end things. Just forget about back end. Outreach at the start. Number two is no sales. People avoid outreach because it's quite an uncomfortable thing, and it's also really hurtful when you're too soft. And that's once you do all the fun stuff, making the logos, doing the website, taking all the pictures of everything, a bit on Photoshop, a bit on Canva. That's it. You're like, oh, the momentum's gone now because you built something, but you built a website. Any like building websites, I really like building websites. I really like logos. I love the branding. But let's be real, business is not about that. There's so many businesses that have failed because of the money side of things, not that, oh, we had a bad logo. So many businesses have terrible logos and they still do unbelievable numbers. Number four is very similar to too soft, and it's too slow. Too many people, as I say, we're tweaking little things here and there, and these little tweaks, they do not matter. They matter to you because you're an expert in this field, and it's your business, and you're really proud of it, and you're like, oh my gosh, people are going to notice this little change in the font. I'm sorry, no one's going to notice. Other than you, who spends, hopefully hours in this business, no one's going to notice. It's not going to generate you sales, anything like that. Maybe you can do a rebrand down the line, but the first thing you need to do to make money is definitely not these little details. They are nice to do, they're easy to do, which is why you do it. They're easy, and they were easy for me as well to do little tweaks here and there. The font change, the font, getting a little bit bigger, because I was soft and I was slow. And slow and soft is the worst thing you can do, because I did that for about 3, 4 years and it got me nowhere, like literally nowhere. Number five is the best, nearly. It's definitely up there. Number five is again really me. Like, all 5 of these are me, and these were all the things that ChatGPT said. Like, people fail because of these 5 reasons. It's painful, I know. To come thing, I watched hours of content hours of content. I'm talking Imran Gadzi, Alex Hormozy, Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, like all these big time guys. I was watching all the videos. I'm like, oh, I'm learning so much. And you know what? Was I learning that much? Alex Hormozy did teach me a lot of stuff, but I wasn't learning anything because I wasn't applying it. I was literally just watching videos while I was on my PlayStation, which I still play, by the way. And I would just have an Alex Hormozy video while I'm playing a game. I was taking in information because I didn't need to like listen to the game. I didn't play games like that, but I wasn't doing anything about it. So I was becoming an expert. And you know what? I've noticed like since starting businesses that stuff did help, but I just was watching the wrong videos at the wrong time. Like this is embarrassing. I was watching like leadership videos, and I was just me, a solo person, like 18. Like what? Why am I watching leadership videos? What am I doing? And that stung me many times. So what I do now is I'm trying my best to do, but sometimes the video just sounds too interesting. Unless there's something I'm struggling with specifically, don't watch a video on it. And it sounds a bit mad, but that is really what you have to do. For example, you know, if you wanted to build a nice website, watch a video on the website, but don't watch a video on the website unless you're going to build one. Because I was literally watching videos on sales and I was nowhere near having like a car sales job. What was I doing? They're the 5 reasons why. They'll be in the description. Now, there's one thing I need you to do. Don't subscribe, don't like, please do both. But mainly, for your own future, go to Walmart, spend $10 on a whiteboard, have it in your bedroom, and write the 5 things down on your board. I'll show you in a minute. I literally have the exact same thing. Because every day, when you look at the whiteboard, it's a great reminder to be like, am I doing any of those things at the moment that's pulling me back? And you know what? Sometimes I do some of them. But when I look at that whiteboard, I'm like, I did them. And the first thing to getting past an addiction, and like watching content is addicting, is noticing you're doing it. And once you make that first step, I know you'll do good things.